What is going on, everybody? My name is Brian, and welcome back to our Buffalo Bills franchise here on Madden 24. This is episode number 4, and we are in week 2 of our preseason in year number 1 of this franchise, following the real life, end of season after the divisional round where we started this franchise, a couple or back in the beginning. So last episode we had our first preseason game against Arizona, and as you can see, we unfortunately took a loss. I'm not gonna talk too much about that game. All I can say is it was a very good, turned out to be a very interesting one to watch. At least I think anyway. So if you want to go give that, watch that episode back. If you haven't seen it yet, and this is the first episode of the series that you're watching, you can go do that. Obviously, also the full playlist will be in the description as well, and on the channel, so you can go follow the series as the new episodes slowly come out. So. But yeah, so that game obviously ended in a loss for us. Our offense, all I'll say about it is that our offense needs work and our defense also needs work. So really, it's not really one side or the other, or anything like that. So yeah, there's that. But what we're gonna do first here is we're gonna do our weekly strategy for our second game here, which is against the Green Bay Packers, led by Jordan Love and Aaron Jones. It looks like. I'm not sure why it shows Sean Clifford as a scrambler, but I think for this one we're gonna defend the outside. They still have Aaron Jones. Obviously, this is not real life, so for those of you wondering if this is, or gonna be pointing out in the comment section that, oh, this isn't very accurate, or now there's certain guys that are on the wrong team. I understand that this was started, like I said, at the very edge, or the very end of the last season, so well back in January. So it's been a little while, and obviously free agency has just started, so players are going to certain places. The draft isn't even here yet, so this is past that point. So if you're upset about the accuracy, I apologize. There's nothing really I can do about it at this point in time. So maybe in a future series we'll be more accurate, but that's probably more of a me thing than anybody else watching, because I'm sure you guys really don't care that much. But anyways, we'll get back to this. So we're going to do our focus players in these little mini games here. Thankfully, we only have 3, so we're not doing the whole training camp, or most of training camp as we did last episode. But for this, we are going to start our weekly training here with Jeremiah Trotter Jr., who we drafted out of Clemson in the first round. Again, you can go back and watch that second episode as well, but that's where we got this guy from, and looks like he's decently fast. But we're going to try and do this little drill here as we bust through our offensive linemen while trying to avoid the obstacles and get to the quarterback. I'm not sure why that's a weird thing that's been happening here, is that target has gotten destroyed every time I've gotten near Josh Allen. I'm not sure if that's just something that's going on in this franchise, because I have my own separate franchise that I currently am playing in that's also online, and it does not do that. So I don't know why it's doing that exactly, and this is actually getting really difficult. Just get past Deion Dawkins if we can, and we'll get to Josh with just a couple seconds left there. Obviously, the end goal is to get a gold medal to try and upgrade this guy a little bit faster, but we do not know what his development trait is yet. He's a hidden development player, one of the 2 hidden development players we have on our roster this year. So it'll be obviously at least star or better. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's star, honestly. I mean, as much as it would be cool if it's more than that, I'm pretty sure it's probably star development. It'd be nice if it was superstar, because that means you develop a lot faster. But it's fine, honestly, for me if he's just a star. But the next we have here, the next hidden development player, another linebacker for us. And honestly, you know what? I'm going to just leave that be. We'll do Jermaine Burton. And let's see. Let's do wide receiver battle. For Jermaine Burton out of Alabama, who originally started as a 69 overall, now a 70 because we upgraded him. And we're going to just run around here, try and beat the coverage, throw it upfield with Josh. And there we go. So we're going to do that again. Usually I like to go for the 500 on this drill, but if I can't get it, then I usually have to go to the 400s on the sides. So And I used to be really, like, you know, obviously everybody did, I guess, but when this game first came out back in August of end of last year, oh, what a catch. I did not expect him to get that at all, but um, no, when this game first came out, I threw that little short. That's all right. When this game first came out, I didn't know what this game was, or I didn't, you know how to necessarily complete it, but obviously, you know, through playing it through several hours, I've learned slowly, and to playing through several franchises and several seasons in franchise, I've learned what to do. Here's another big throw to Josh, and he's gonna get that. So now we got gold. And then this next one, the next two technically don't necessarily matter as much, so I can probably just throw it here and he'll get the 50. The multiplier is up to 8 times, so that's helpful. But as you can see, he's absolutely burning. Who's that? Taron Johnson. And he's got it. Nice dot there thrown by Josh. If only he threw those last game. He unfortunately was not really doing too hot in the last preseason game. So there's that. But yeah, Edgerrin Cooper. We're gonna just hold off on him for now. If you guys really do want to enjoy seeing me do these training things, you can let me know in the comment section down below. But as of right now, I'm probably just gonna honestly skip them and just kind of go over stuff you guys might be more interested in, like looking at the roster / actually, you know, watching the game. So yeah, we're gonna do that. But I think what we're gonna do next here is we're actually looking free agency just to see who's in here. Last week does not look like, unfortunately, looks like that Kareem Hunt was signed. Kareem Hunt was the top running back available. We do have 3 running backs available, but one of them is still injured, and that's Nyheim Hines. So I think for my sake, we're actually going to go sign Alexander Madison. Let's see. I mean, just because, well, he's not close to home. Does not like necessarily the big market or the small market that we have. So yeah, I think what we're going to do next is we're going to sign another running back because we only have 3 on the roster. And I want to just see here. We could do Gus Edwards. I usually like to get the faster guys. We could do Matt Breida. We could get Ty Johnson back. Actually, I wouldn't be opposed to that. Obviously, we can get a better guy, but getting Ty Johnson back would be kind of neat. But obviously, I also kind of want to just keep in mind of who I want to have here. Joshua Kelly. Not a bad guy. Ooh, does like the team as well. So you know what? I think for now, just as a second string, we're going to take him. He's obviously on a 1-year deal, so it's not that big of a, you know, not really a whole lot. Plus, he's not going to, he might even make the team, he might not. But in terms of other guys, let's see what other free agents we can. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time here. We do have middle linebackers. Let's see. And a lot of just punchers and kickers, it looks like. Adrian Amos is here, strong safety. Cornerbacks. Dane Jackson is here. We did have Dane Jackson at one point. Isaiah McKenzie's here too. We already have a lot of receivers. So let's see. I'm trying to think of what position we could easily need. Linebacker wouldn't be bad, especially to have a mentor player like Justin Houston. That wouldn't be a bad option. Let's see. Let's go other ones here. Unfortunately, all the ones that are mentor players seem to be taken, which is totally fine. But I mean, it would just be nice if they weren't all taken. Well, I guess not all of them are, but let's see. You know, we could do Jason Pierre-Paul, just because he's a mentor, and it'd be nice to have a mentor on the roster. Not really a fan of the team, but again, he's probably going to be on a 1-year deal anyway, so I'm not really necessarily going to extend him. So you know what? Actually, we're going to do that. We're going to sign Jason Pierre-Paul because he's still pretty good for his age. Looks like he has... yeah, okay. Not bad hit power. We'll take him for now. And then we'll move him over to the left side so he can back up Edgerrin Cooper, our young linebacker. And I just went to manage team on accident. That's my bad. Let's see. Alrighty, and I think that that will probably be it for all we do this week in free agency and whatnot and adjusting the roster. So now we're gonna hop into our next game, which is against the Green Bay Packers. So I'll see you guys in there in a moment. Alrighty, so here we are in our second game against none other than the Green Bay Packers, led by Jordan Love and Aaron Jones, still on the team. Obviously in real life he's not anymore, but yeah, still a tough team to beat here. We got our defense. We got Packers offense that took their team to the playoffs last season, and one of the youngest teams, I think, if not, excuse me, the youngest team in the league. So we'll see how this goes, and should be, I think, a fun one, hopefully. Alrighty then, so we are about to kick this one off. The Packers will receive to start the game, and looks like it'll be a touchback, as Christian Watson will not take it out of the end zone. So we'll get to see the Packers offense first here, led by Jordan Love. Obviously, he was backing up Aaron Rodgers after he got drafted back in, I believe, 2020, if I'm not mistaken. And now he is the starter for the Packers, and potentially another really good quarterback for them, as they've only had 3 quarterbacks in the last 30 years or so. So here's first a handoff to Aaron Jones, and that's going to be only about a yard gain up to the 26-yard line. We got single back here formation. Love throws down the middle of the field, and that's going to be knocked away by Rasul Douglas. A nice revenge game for this guy, as the Packers traded him to us last season. Obviously, this was real life, but Packers traded away Rasul Douglas last season. So here goes Love again to throw. This time he's going to almost had his target, but unfortunately it's going to be dropped and knocked away, and it's going to bring up 4th down. Looking for one of his receivers. Not sure exactly who it is, but unfortunately it'll be a punt here for Green Bay to start off the game here. And almost blocked. Potentially could have been roughing the punter, and that'll be taken in by Diggs. For some reason he's sitting there at our punt returner. I might have to go fix the depth chart after that, but here comes our offense, led by none other than Josh Allen. Obviously, the quarterback that is obviously one of the best in the game currently, and he's still our guy and still going to be our guy for the next couple of years. And I think he's very capable of leading us to a Super Bowl title. Allen's going to throw over the middle. That's going to be caught by Khalil Shakir for a nice first down at about midfield of the 49. But Bill's going to go single back formation here. Allen going to throw on the inside slant. It's Diggs. Try and look for Diggs at least, but multiple defenders going to be in there to knock the ball away. And it'll be incomplete, bringing up 2nd down and 10. So handoff to the running back, James Cook. And he's going to have his first carry going for 3 yards. And they'll bring up 3rd down already in this game here. 3rd down and 7. Allen going to drop to throw again. Going to step up in the pocket. Going to throw to the side, to the left side. And it's going to be caught for a nice first down again to Khalil Shakir, as he is starting to become more of a wide receiver number 2 with the departure of Gabe Davis in the offseason. And that was a nice lob ball pass there, but he's still able to get it to Shakir. So very nice work there. All right, Allen going to look to throw again, getting pressured at the middle. Going to throw it off and to the end zone, and almost had Diggs. Just could not hold on and maintain grasp of the ball, and that's going to be potentially, unfortunately, not a touchdown. Brings up 2nd down here. Going to fake handoff, looking to throw off from the end again, and looking for Diggs again, but going to be knocked away. This Green Bay defense playing really well against us. This Darnell Savage. Very, very nice coverage on Diggs. So 3rd down and 10 for Allen. Going to throw and almost intercepted. Route was jumped by the Green Bay defender. I believe that's Jonathan Owens. And as he looked for Shakir. So the Bills will be taking the field goal here. Or we will be taking a field goal here, sorry. To start off this preseason game here, as the kick by Tyler Bass is up. And it is good. So we will take the lead here for the first time tonight. Alright, so here comes out the Packers for their next drive of the game. Jordan Love going to look to throw. Throws over the middle, and that's almost going to be caught by Christian Watson. But unfortunately, it's going to be he couldn't quite grab the ball as he tried to dive for it. Jordan Love threw it a little too far on the inside. Going to hand off now to Aaron Jones, and he's going to try and find his way through the line, but he's going to be tackled, stuffed by Greg Rousseau. Kind of get caught in the friendly fire between his offensive lineman and Greg Rousseau there, so he's going to be tackled for no gain. 3rd down and 10 here. 19 Love looking to throw. Throws upfield, and that's going to be knocked away by Taron Johnson. And this Bills defense will force another stop as he was looking for Dontavian Wicks on that pass. And now we will see us out here once again, starting at our own 46, as Cook's going to get the ball handoff, and he's got space. He's going downfield past the 20 all the way to the 15, well, 16-yard line. And just like that, we're in the red zone already here. What a play by James Cook. What an incredible, block made there by our receiver. And Cook almost had an opportunity to take that to the end zone right off of the first play of this drive. And we're already rolling here at about halfway through this first quarter. Allen looks to throw. Inside slant, complete. And just a yard short, complete to Deontay Hardy. And we'll now be at at the Green Bay 7-yard line here. Going to hand off to Cook again. And he's going to be stuffed, nowhere to go. He's going to get almost enough for a first, but not quite, as it'll be 3rd and inches from the 6. Single back formation. Allen looking to throw. Throws down short to the tight end, to Kincaid. Or to Knox, excuse me. And Knox is going to actually lose yards. And it'll be 4th down. So the question here is, will they go for it? They will not. They will elect to take the field goal option instead, which I think is kind of stupid. But, I mean, I guess points are points. So we now have ourselves a 6-0 lead here about midway through the first. And now we got the Packers out here once again on offense. Struggled their last 2 drives. We'll see if they can make it better here. As Aaron Jones going to try and go forward, but he's going to be knocked down only after he gets 5 yards, though. So at least he gets a gain. But he was knocked over pretty hard. Jordan Love going to look to throw again over the middle, and that's going to be caught by Romeo Doubs all the way up to the Green Bay 44-yard line. Matt Milano and company in the area, but still unable to, or still allowing Romeo Doubs to make the catch. Love looking to throw again, getting pressured, throws, dumps it off to Christian Watson, who's going to break off a tackle and is finally taken down at the 40, well, around the 40, so the 37. That was his first catch of the game. And obviously, I mean, if they want to be successful here, they got to get it to this guy more, as he's probably their #1 receiver, and has been for the last couple seasons now. And the Packers punt went all the way inside the 1, so we are inside our own 1-yard line. Let's see if we can get ourselves out of this situation here. Allen going to hand off to Fournette. And Fournette's going to rumble his way forward for nearly a first down at the 11. 2nd and inches then for us here, as we're about just under 2 minutes inside the first quarter. Allen going to fake handoff. Throws downfield, and that's going to be knocked away. Jair Alexander, or wait, I believe it's Jair Alexander on Stephon Diggs. Could not make the connection there. Obviously, one of the best corners in the league against one of the best receivers. And there goes Cook again, breaking tackles, and is finally taken down at the 22 after he gets a first down and then some. All right, Allen going to drop back to throw again. He throws this time. This is to Dawson Knox. And he's going to have a nice first down to his big tight end here. Or to the tight end at the 36. Looks like our game plan here is working swell here so far in this game. 40 seconds left in the first roughly. Allen dropping to throw. Throws it out short. Tries to get it. I believe that was to either Knox again or to Kincaid. It was to Dawson Knox. Only gets about a 3-yard gain here, or 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7 from the 39. Gonna hand off to Cook. He's gonna break some tackles and almost get a first, but he's just gonna be a yard short at the 45-yard line, and that'll be the end of this first quarter here in Green Bay. We lead the Packers 6-0. We'll see if we can have some more action happen in the next quarter before this first half is over. All right, nice single back formation again. Toss to Cook, and he's going to be blown up in the backfield, losing 6 yards. And that's going to be a 4th down and 7. That was immediately picked up. Not very good blocking on the offensive line part. And Rashawn Gary was right there and met him in the backfield. Packers moving downfield here. Short and throw. Tries to find Dontavian Wicks again, but he's going to be short. Taron Johnson in there on the coverage. And it's going to be 2nd down. So the Packers have been pretty all right so far this game. Let's see if else they do next here. Short throw, this time to Christian Watson. He's going to back up away from Jordan Poyer, and he's actually probably going to, he probably could have got more yards if he just pushed himself forward, but he tried to avoid the tackle by Poyer, and then other guys were in the way, so ended up just staying behind the 1st down marker. Aaron Jones again, handoff, and they're going to be short. Matt Milano there on the tackle, and that's going to bring up 4th down. As you see there, Aaron Jones, like Matt Milano, was right there, and he's proving there why he's one of the best in the game currently. So now we find ourselves here in 5 wide formation. Allen throws inside to Diggs, and he's got him for about 5 to the 18. Not a bad pass there. Obviously, you lean a little bit more of those as we hopefully try and get ourselves more and more down the field. Just like we're used to seeing with this offense. Allen getting pressured. Gets it out to Diggs, and he's got a huge gain all the way up right about at the 40. And enough for, obviously, that's a huge 1st down play. And just what we need to continue this good drive that we're having here so far. See, Allen gets pressured, gets hit from behind, too, by Rashawn Gary. But still manages to get it out to Diggs. 1st and 10 from the 39. And a handoff to James. And he's not going to, unfortunately, get much. Only about a yard. Devondre Campbell was there right in his face before he was able to get further upfield. Allen going to look to throw again. Throws inside, and that's going to be dropped. Trying to target, I believe that might have been Devin Duvernay, but couldn't quite see it from here. Couldn't quite see the number. Gonna fake handoff. Throws complete again to Dawson Knox. And but this time he's not going to get a first, and he's going to bring up 4th down again. So we are struggling to get our guys open, and either that or this Green Bay defense is playing very stingy. And Jordan Love now here, hand off to Jones. Ooh, nice pancake there by the Green Bay offensive lineman, and Jones is going to get a 1st down due to the excellent blocking. Christian Benford will be on the tackle there. That's the thing, is Aaron Jones is one of those sneakily good running backs that you just kind of forget about, honestly. So Love gonna hand off, rolls out, play action, gonna toss it to Dontavian Wicks before he's taken down by Taron Johnson. Bring up 2nd down and 6 from the 26. Love gonna hand off again to Jones, and this time Jones is gonna push his way forward. But there is going to be a flag. I wonder if this will be holding. And they will call it holding on the offense. So Luke Musgrave is going to push his offense back about 10 yards, or about 8 yards. And he's going to hand off again to Jones. So that seems to be working. He still finds a hole, maneuvers his way through this defensive line of our defensive line. And gets about all those yards back, basically, that they lost in the penalty. So 3rd down and 4. Love. No pressure really, and Jones is going to be stopped, and looks like, unfortunately, he's going to be shaken up. He seems to have got up, but there you go. So now he's going to be sitting on the sideline, unfortunately, but so we hope he's okay. But Green Bay will have another 4th down stop here, or we'll have another 4th down stop on the Packers. So now we come out here in our next drive, starting at our own 28. Cook gonna get the ball now, and he's gonna get about 4. as he gets it up to the 36 yard or 32 yard line. So 2:20 left in this first half. Allen looks, throws, completes this time to Khalil Shakir again, who's going to shake off a couple tackles, but not before he gets about to midfield. So he's proven to be a very reliable target, at least in this game, and hopefully he'll continue that streak and continue to be a reliable target as we progress through the season, the regular season, whatnot. So we've now just hit past the 2-minute warning here. Still 6-0. We lead the Packers. Throw, Allen, and oh, just over the hands of James Cook. Had him on the sideline there, wide open, or a little wide open at least. So just a little miscue there on Allen's part. Allen gonna look to throw down the middle, and it's gonna be intercepted, picked off at around the 40, and by Eric Stokes, and it'll be taken back, and the Packers will come away with a turnover. So unfortunately, Allen just got a little, tried to get it to Diggs, but Diggs just threw it a little too far on the inside, and Diggs just didn't really make any adjustment or try and force it away from Eric Stokes. I don't even know if he saw him, to be honest. So that really, unfortunately, is just frustrating, man. And now we see the Packers come out here again to try and get some points on the board before the end of this half. But our defense has been playing pretty well so far. Attempted throw in the middle of the field, but it's going to be knocked away. It'll bring up second down. So Love going to be throwing here, throws inside, and he's going to have a man. I believe it's Romeo Doubs again. It is. And they're going to go no huddle here to try and get this. They still have all 3 timeouts, too. Going to throw to complete to Dontavian Wicks. And he's going to have the 41-yard line. 1:20 just under left remaining. Trying to increase the tempo here to throw us off guard. Love has all time in the pocket. And he's going to be finally taken down and sacked by Greg Rousseau. And they'll take their first timeout here in the half, with about just under a minute left in this second quarter, or just over a minute, excuse me. 2nd and 12 then. That was a loss of 2. Throws middle of the field. That's caught this time, but another runoff here. Obviously there's still 3rd down and 8 to go before the first. Love gets pressured, gets out of it, runs it on his own, and he'll slide it after he gets the first down at the 27. So I'm not sure what our defense is doing here, but they are not being very consistent. That's definitely for sure. Sometimes they're stingy, and sometimes they're just kind of, lazy a little bit. But throws in the middle of the field. What a catch by Dontavian Wicks. Tackled at the 1, and they'll take a timeout here with 12 seconds left in the game, or 12 seconds left in the half. Love gonna throw inside, and that's gonna be caught for a touchdown by Romeo Doubs. Jordan Poyer was there. I'm not sure not Jordan Poyer, but we had a guy on him. Not sure exactly what he was thinking, but yeah, that honestly can't happen. Because it looks like Rasul Douglas was right there, but just could not come away with the ball, and the Packers will finally get themselves on the board here within the last 10 seconds of the half. And pending the extra point, we'll see if they take the lead. Kick is up, and it is good. So the Packers will indeed take the lead right before halftime. 9 seconds left here. I'll see if we decide to do anything, or if we're just going to take this into the locker room. And I would probably recommend us taking it into the locker room, honestly. We'll return it with Cook. Or with Deontay Hardy, excuse me. 6 seconds left, but yeah, I think just a good idea. A much better idea just to take it into the locker room. Gotta fix our game plan here at half. And one thing I have thought of is I wonder if it's the sliders that I'm using currently that are just making these games so interesting and so just really strange and not as realistic as I thought they were going to be. I mean, I'm not saying this couldn't happen, but just based on the talent that these teams have on both sides, I'd like to believe that these teams aren't this even, but Then again, I noticed at the bottom of the screen they were showing that the Patriots won like 51-21. So I don't know. I might try a different slider set. You guys can recommend that to me as well, but I might try and do that anyways, just between episodes. So that way, hopefully these games will be a little bit more realistic-ish. That's what we're trying to go for in this franchise here, and as the return will be coming up here for us, and we'll have our next view look as at our third string quarterback technically, because I haven't put in Joe Milton, but he'll probably play in the last preseason game. But Shane Bellucci is going to be playing here, and he actually played pretty well for us last game. So we'll see, and he's going to hand off to our starting running back here for this half, Leonard Fournette, who obviously wasn't a starting running back since he left Tampa just a couple seasons ago. So, or before last season. Bellucci going to throw over the middle. That's caught on the inside by Devin Duvernay, and he's another free agent pickup that we had. So we'll see here, another first down. So the drive seems to be going slow but steady so far. And we're handoff to Fournette. And he's going to rumble his way forward, enough for a 7-yard gain up to the 44. So 2nd and 3 here. It's I formation with the fullback in the backfield as well as Fournette. And Fournette's going to power his way forward and maneuver his way through the tacklers. And he's going to get a nice first down past midfield as Isaiah McDuffie was there on the tackle, but not before he got the first. Bellucci going to look to throw again. And he does get it out in time to Fournette, and Fournette is going to turn up field. So he's going to have a positive yard gain. That could have been very unfortunate. So Bellucci going to throw again. Getting chased by Lucas Van Ness, and he's going to be sacked by Lucas Van Ness. So, yeah, not necessarily the start you want to see here from Shane Bellucci, but obviously he's not our starter, so this is really just a test to see. I actually even got to see if even Jermaine Burton's even playing, because Jermaine Burton's our wide receiver we drafted, and I haven't seen him really once be at least targeted, so I don't know where he's at, but I'll have to probably do that for next game that we play in this episode here. Bellucci going to throw or turn around and just throw it away. Another Green Bay Packer going to be unfortunately slow to get up, and it looks like he'll head down to the locker room as well, so probably out for the game sort of scenario for him, unfortunately, which is not something you want to see, especially. And now it looks like for the Packers, we will be getting a look at their rookie quarterback they drafted, which would be J.J. McCarthy out of Michigan. So we'll see what he's able to do here. He's going to hand off to their backup running back, who is going to get a little bit of yardage. Benson looks like. But J.J. McCarthy, obviously out of Michigan, in real life won the national title with the Wolverines, and then entered the NFL draft and got drafted by the Packers here in this franchise. So that's going to be a nice tackle there by Edgerrin Cooper, our rookie out of Texas A&M. So far, running defense seems to be working pretty well against this backup Green Bay offense. McCarthy going to look to throw. And is going to be tackled by Isaiah Simmons in the backfield, and that's going to bring up 4th down. All right, now Bellucci back out here on the field, looking to throw, looking to pass, going to get it out in time, gets complete to our 3rd string tight end, Trey McKitty. And not quite for a first, but just only a very manageable 2nd down here. Handoff, fake handoff. Going to throw it up to McKitty again, and he will complete it up to the 33-yard line. So another 1st and 10 will continue as we continue to move the chains here on this drive. Looking, Bellucci throws. That's knocked away. I'm not sure where he was throwing it to, but Packers definitely ready for whatever we seem to throw at him for the most part. Bellucci again throws inside, and that's going to be caught by Devin Duvernay up to the 28-yard line. Devin Duvernay is one of those receivers that I feel like he could be really sneakily good in our main offense. I just need to get him up there in the depth chart. But here's Bellucci again. Inside throw. Tries to look for... Is that Diggs? Oh, no, it's not Diggs. But unable to find him. And it's going to be bringing up 4th down. But we will take a field goal here. And so we've been nothing but field goals so far today. Tyler Bass for the kick. And no kicker competition here. He is our guy. And he gets that through. And McCarthy and the Packers going to come out again here on their next drive of this half. Hand off to Benson, who's going to get a nice 1st down. And he's going to get up to 36. And DeMar Hamlin was there on the tackle, so he's doing well so far for us here in this preseason. McCarthy, handoff, fake handoff, play action. Gets it out to Benson still, though, and then, oh, he's going to be taken out of bounds at the 40. Big tackle made there, but I'm not sure exactly who. I think that was, I believe that was Jason Pierre-Paul. McCarthy again looking to throw. Pressured in his face, gets it out, still has time. And just finally gets it away and almost intercepted, taken away by Christian Benford. But fortunately for McCarthy, that's going to just be knocked away and incomplete. Gonna hand off, play action, getting chased. McCarthy gets it out again, and it'll be incomplete once more, and it'll be bringing up 4th down. All right, our next drive here, Bellucci looking to drop him back to throw. Throws to Dalton Kincaid. And Kincaid is going to be up to the 28-yard line here. His first catch of the ball game. So 2nd and 2 coming up then. Hand off to Fournette, who's going to have some holes. He's going to get through the defense, or find his way through the defense, enough for a 1st up to the 41-yard line. Fournette has so far proven to be our guy here on the ground, at least so far for this backups. Bellucci getting pressured. He's going to be taken down again by Van Ness. And unfortunately just was not aware of him coming at least enough. And he'll be dropped back and cause us to lose yardage here once again. So we have a huge 2nd down play here. 2nd and a mile. 2nd and 22. Bellucci throws, dumps it off short. And that's going to be caught at the 38-yard line. Not sure exactly who by. Kelly, it looks like. I'm not familiar with who that is. Oh, I think it was a receiver that we might have signed. Or maybe corner. I'm not sure exactly who. But he's going to be hit as he throws it away. 1 second left in the 3rd. But it'll bring up 4th down. All right, we have the start of the 4th quarter here. McCarthy going to look to throw. Pass complete, but then dropped. Jordan Poyer making the play on and knocking away the ball. McCarthy again going to hand off to Benson. Benson's going to get only about 2 yards. Isaiah Simmons there on the tackle, the main one on the tackle. So 3rd and 8 here for Green Bay. McCarthy gets it out in time. Doesn't go down easily. Benson, he's going to be inches short of the 1st down marker. Luckily, Isaiah Simmons once again in there to make the stop. And the Green Bay offense will be punting once more. Looking to throw again. Bellucci upfield, and that's going to be what a catch by Kincaid. Dalton Kincaid for the nice 1st down at the 37-yard line. So Bellucci's showing flashes that he can at least make some plays if manageable if we need him. Another pass to Kincaid, I believe, again. And he's up to the 41, so showing a little bit of, impressive offensive moves here in the 4th as we try and maintain this very slim lead we have. Fournette, the handoff, and a stiff arm, and only gets a couple yards, about 4. So not quite a 1st down. Looks like we're going to go back to our wide formation here. Looking, rolls out, and throws it upfield, and that's caught by Devin Duvernay, and he gets it all the way up to the 35-yard line. And we move the chains again here on offense. See, Beluche just able to get that upfield, and Duvernay able to stay with it, and very, very impressive indeed. High formation here on first down from the 35. Fournette the handoff. Gonna try and shake off some tackles, and unfortunately, Fournette a little shaken up after that play. And thankfully he'll just be like Aaron Jones, he'll just be sitting on the sideline. But now I'm curious to see who we have in that running back. I think it's James Cook. And throws inside. That was almost completed. Almost completed by Kincaid, but knocked away by Bullock. Brings up 3rd and 6. And to our mystery running back here. Oh, it's Joshua Kelly, I believe. So Joshua Kelly is our running back we just signed. So kind of just forgot about that a little bit. Not gonna lie. Another under center screen, wide receiver screen to Duvernay, and that's gonna go nowhere. And it's gonna be 4th down again. So we'll see what we decide to do here. I'm thinking probably field goal again, and that's what they're gonna go with. Just because I think it's a long ways to try and take a chance on a 4th down conversion, and we just haven't been able to do a whole lot all game. And looks like Lucas Van Ness unfortunately got injured on that play, but I don't know. We'll see how much that holds up. He might come back. Come back in the next drive. We'll see. Taken out of the end zone. And he's going to be tackled at the 21-yard line, so just a little bit less of where he would have been if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. But McCarthy comes out here, and he hasn't looked honestly too bad in his preseason debut, but, well, not debut, I guess, but the first time we've seen him in preseason. McCarthy going to look to throw again. Rolls out, throws, and he's going to have a guy. Might have been, trying to think of who that is. Smith, it looks like. It must be a rookie or something. I'm not very familiar with their roster. I forgot to look at it before the start of the game. I got to get better about doing that. And maybe showing you guys the roster as well. Maybe I might do that for the next game. We'll see. And to Benson, who's going to maneuver his way forward, but there is going to be a flag after he gets the 1st down. And this will be a holding call, so this will be called back. Or I guess it'll be called back. McCarthy again throws, wide open receiver, and that's going to be caught by Smith again. So he had nobody covering him. I'm not sure exactly what we were thinking on that play, but yeah, just nobody on him. I don't know what defense we called, but gotta get better about that, especially before the start of the season. Huge catch there by Benson, and looks like another injury for the Green Bay Packers. Their center, I think it looks like, Bryce Foster, gonna be sitting on the sideline, holding his wrist a little bit, holding his arm. Probably just a sprain. 2nd and 5 here for the Packers. McCarthy throws upfield, wide open. That's Romeo Doubs. And he'll have a nice first down. Or not even Romeo Doubs, sorry, it's Toure. I got confused between 83 and 87. But Packers are also moving down the field as well. They're only down by 5, so a touchdown would take them in the lead. McCarthy going to roll out, tosses it to his big tight end, and he's going to walk out of bounds, but ultimately no gain. So Tucker Kraft there on the reception. McCarthy again to throw. Short to Benson out of the backfield, and only gets about 2-yard gain with nice tackle made there by Sirion Neal. So 3rd and 8 here. McCarthy rolling out, being chased, and gets it to I already forget his name now. Toure for another 1st down. This time inside the red zone. And McCarthy just able to escape the pressure very easily and just find his receivers downfield. easily. Honestly, it's a good sign to see for a rookie. Not that the Packers needed the quarterback, but they got Jordan Love. McCarthy again. Throws over the middle. That's caught for a nice little gain. 6-yard gain there by Dontavian Wicks once more, who has also been a reliable target for the Packers so far in this game. And that will bring us to the 2-minute warning here left in this second half of this game. Bills lead. We lead 12-7. The Packers knocking on the door of the red zone here. Single back handoff, Benson, and he does get the first down. Not quite the touchdown, but he does have at least the first down, and he gets all the way to the 1. So, yeah, our defense just needs to work on its run stopping and pass defense as well, for the most part, before the start of the regular season. Benson going to take it outside, and he's going to run it in for another Packers touchdown. So the Packers will take a 1-point lead here, pending 2 points with the extra point. And it looks like the Packers will be going for 2 to try and make it a 3-point game. See what McCarthy chooses to do here. Throws in the inside, and it's going to be complete. So it is now a 3-point game. So 3 points ties it. Touchdown wins it, essentially. That's all we really need to worry about with just over a minute and 36 seconds left in the game. Let's see what Sean McDermott and his coordinators can come up for this team here, as we need to get in the end zone kind of quick. So the question here is, can Shane Bellucci lead us to the promised land? Let's see. Short pass to Kincaid, who shakes off the tackler. That's a nice short pass there. We're obviously going to go hurry up here. Try and save as much time as possible with all 3 of our timeouts. Bellucci again to throw. Throw short, this time to Kelly. And Kelly's going to have a nice first down again, this time at the 41. We're going to go hurry up again. And we're going to drop back to throw. Bellucci throwing short again to Kelly, who gets it about to midfield. We're going to take our first timeout now. That's about what I would have done anyways as well. Kelly in the backfield now. Bellucci throws upfield, just off target, looking for Kincaid. Packers defense doing its job. Brings up 3rd down and 2. 42 seconds left in this ball game. Throws upfield, and that's going to be caught by Devin Duvernay. And we'll take our second timeout as we get to the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 here. Throws short, and that's going to be caught by Andy Isabella. 24 seconds left here. 1 timeout only, trying to save as much as possible. Bellucci gets hit as he throws, but it's going to be counted as incomplete rather than a fumble. So 17 seconds, it stops the clock. Worst case is we'll take a field goal here to tie up the game, to send it to overtime, but try and not have to do that. Kelly going to try and get his way upfield, but fortunately he won't, so we'll probably be going for the field goal here with just a couple seconds left in the ball game. And we will take 5 seconds left here from the Green Bay 27, and now rests on our kicker to tie up this game and probably send us into OT. Tyler Bass, and nope, the Packers are going to take their first time out of the half, try and ice us a little bit. And looks like, oh, actually, wait a minute, I just remembered. There is no overtime in preseason. They took that out. So we have tied. Okay, that is interesting. 15-15. Yeah, so we tied. Okay, that is fair. Haven't seen that before in a simulation, but all right. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, that's kind of insane actually. I'm just a little shocked here because I was actually like all of a sudden just surprised at the fact that wait, there's no overtime in preseason. They took that out a couple years ago. So yeah, that's the first game. So we tie with the Packers here. So I guess what I'll do is I'll quickly do any adjusting I need to do, and then I will see you guys in a a little bit, and we'll hop into our next game. Hopefully by then. So yeah, I will do that, and then I will see you guys in a few moments. So yeah, see you guys in a bit. Alrighty, so I have finished what I was doing, or finished out the game, and now we are on to the next week, the final week of the final game of the preseason, and we are facing the Minnesota Vikings in Minnesota, so we'll be indoors this time, and yeah, I mean, it looks like we have a couple things to do. It looks like so we have a wide receiver mentorship and training camp standout. So we'll first take a look at this wide receiver mentor. We'll take a look at these first, and then we'll get right into the game with the Vikings. And then we'll go from there. We'll finish up the preseason and be set up completely for week 1 and whatnot. So let's get right into this. So let's see what this wide receiver mentorship is. So Stephon Diggs says, "Coach, I know frustrated about Khalil Shakir. Dude can't hang on to anything last game," which is funny because he did. But I think he could help a little bit. Is there anything specifically you want to improve? Honestly, I mean, man, however you can help. That's really honestly what I think would be best for him. So yeah, he'll give a nice little XP boost there. I really don't have anything that I necessarily want him to improve on. He's actually doing pretty well. So, but now we'll look at this training camp standout here. Looks like Greg Rousseau had a strong camp preseason. What has he improved the most on? Honestly, rushing at the passer. He's really done a better job of that. So he'll have 3+ power moves and finesse moves, which is very helpful because we obviously need to still keep our pass rushers healthy and dominant as we try and continue to strive for our Super Bowl here, at least hopefully this year, but we'll see. But yeah, so I'm gonna do this training real quick, and then I will see you guys in the Minnesota game. So I'll be right back once again. Alrighty, so I just finished the training and the mini games. So, and I just realized I was gonna go right into the game, but I figured I might as well show you guys the upgrades, just because if you guys are curious and just want to see them. So we'll do our upgrades here quick for Jermaine Burton. First, we'll give him playmaker because, always good for a wide receiver to be a playmaker. Gets a nice ball carry vision and awareness from that. Khalil Shakir, he obviously gets more stuff as well. Put him on deep threat. Want to keep our receivers. I guess deep route a little bit. That's good. Next one will be Jeremiah Trotter. Obviously, always good having him be good. So, and actually, I was going to do pass coverage again, but I think we'll do field general. Just because that gets him a higher overall, just in general. But he's already up to a 78 overall. He's near an 80. He's already got almost 400 of his snaps. So, that's pretty good as well. And then for James Cook, we're going to just do, we'll do an elusive back. It says our scheme fits a power back, and I might change that. I haven't touched the schemes or whatnot yet, but I probably will before the start of the season. So probably later in this episode or towards the end of this episode. But yeah, so we'll do that. But also the other thing I wanted to do, yeah, and actually the other thing I wanted to do was I wanted to go into the depth chart and just make sure I have guys in that I want in, because obviously it's the last week, so now kind of things are, we won't get to see much of people. So we'll put Joe Milton in as the second string for this time, just to get him some reps. Running back, we should be fine. I think Naheem Hines should be playing now, which should be fun. Reggie Gilliam's fine. Actually, we don't necessarily need to worry about that. Wide receivers, Devin Duvernay is the third string. Jermaine Burton is number 5. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to move Jermaine Burton above Deontay Hardy. And then I'm going to go to my kick return and punt return. I'll just see what those are right now. So Naheem Hines is the kick returner and the punt returner. Okay, so he'll actually be, that's fine. He can do those. Slot wide receiver is Khalil Shakir, excuse me. Slot corners, Rasul Douglas, that's fine. Slot linebacker or sub linebackers, Matt Milano, that works. I also did just remember too that we are getting guys back from injury. So we do have, like, for example, Tre'Davious White should be back. Or he's not. Never mind. I thought he was, but maybe he's out for a little bit longer. Maybe he can come back though. I don't know. I'll have to look at that in a moment. But other than that, the corners are there. The safeties. We'll need to put another one here just in case. Obviously these ones are fine. We only have one strong safety. Oh, I suppose Jaden Hicks isn't even playing. That doesn't make any sense. We'll put him in there. And then our kicker punter, that's fine. Let's see. I think that's about it. I think that's all I really wanted to change. I might, you know what? This might be an unpopular opinion, but I might put Dalton Kincaid over Dawson Knox just because I want Kincaid to get more reps, and I think it'll be fine. I'll make the decision later on as well. But Ladarius Henderson, I'll put him behind Dawkins. We don't have another left guard, so that's fine. Center's okay. Right guard is fine. And then the other one here is the tackle. So we do have put Jermaine Efedi right there. I think that's all I really need to do. So that's fine as long as they're not okay. So yeah, this one's actually gotta be fixed. So we signed a free agent, Julian Okawara. We'll put him in there, so that way he's actually in the depth chart now, and everybody else as well. So Matt Milano, he's not the left side. We'll put oh, he's there. Oh, because Adrian Cooper's are okay. So it hasn't flipped for some reason. Let me just quickly flip that, just because I know that that's probably better. Oh, actually, it even has. Oh, that's funny. So it doesn't even have Jeremiah Trotter and everything in the depth chart. So let's fix that right now. Let's see. So Isaiah Simmons, Jeremiah Trotter. Jeremiah Trotter is actually higher overall now. That's crazy. We'll still keep it the same way for now. The Bail Inspector there. So 4 middle linebackers, perfect. And then this one we'll have Matt Milano as the starter, Lauren Williams as the second string, and then we'll put Pierre Paul for now as that. So the corners, like I said, are fine until we get Tre'Davious White back, and then he'll go in there. But yeah, so that's all I wanted to do as well, because I know that I was frustrated with the depth chart last game. So, but I'm just gonna really quickly not go into this. I'm gonna go into injuries real quickly, and let me just see if Tre'Davious White can come back yet. He cannot, but he will be back next week. So he won't be back this week, but he should be back next week. Oh, and actually he got a shoulder strain. That's interesting. Okay. Oh, he might have gotten injured during practice. I just realized that. Okay, so he was technically back, but he got injured again in practice, I think. I just didn't even look at it. So that's all right though. But anyways, we are going to hop in this, and I don't think there's anything else I need to do. So we're gonna hop in this game, and I'll see you guys right in there once again. So yeah, let's do it. Alrighty, so here we are now in our game against the Minnesota Vikings in the great glorious state of Minnesota inside of US Bank Stadium. And I actually kind of forgot that the Vikings still are led by Josh Dobbs. So this could be fun. Not saying Josh Dobbs is bad, I'm just saying that they could have probably grabbed a quarterback in the draft, but they probably weren't able to because all the good ones were gone by their pick. But yeah, they probably could have, because Dobbs, I don't think Dobbs is the answer for this team. But then again, we're only really concerned about us. So there's that. But we are getting Nyheim Hines back, and he will be kick returning for us. So let's get right into this. So we will be getting the ball here to start off the game for once. And Nyheim Hines will return. First game back from injury. And he'll get it up to about the 23 before he's taken down. And we'll get introduced to our offense once again. Obviously no introductions really, but yeah. Yeah, so hopefully the game plan here is to just kind of build on what we've been doing. And then we'll see Cook here with the first carry. And he'll be, getting all the way up to about the 30-yard line. So second 7-yard gain there. It'll be interesting to see what this game is. Now we have the depth chart kind of figured out and fixed up a little bit. We'll see what we can do. Allen going to dart it across the field to Diggs, who's wide open. Well, not really wide open, but all the way up to the 48-yard line right at midfield. Diggs obviously back here in Minnesota. Obviously he was drafted by the Vikings. And obviously he hasn't played here since then. So this is actually, I think, his first game back in US Bank Stadium since he left the Vikings, back in 2020 after he was traded to Buffalo. Allen again over the middle. That's caught by Shakir. So up to the 42-yard line. So a nice fast-paced offense. This is the more Bills type offense we're used to seeing, at least in recent years. And Bobby Wagner there on the tackle. Obviously he was signed by the Vikings. We tried to get him in free agency, but he was unable to. The Vikings were offering him way more than what I wanted to. So But there's a nice catch by Dalton Kincaid. We try and give him more reps, as you know, he's was our first round pick last season, so got to get more reps. And unfortunately, we're gonna have a false start on us, it looks like here. So somebody moved a little early here. It looks like it was Shakir. So unfortunately, that's just kind of tough. I mean, you kind of have to just live with it. So 3rd and 6 rather than 3rd and 1, but hopefully shouldn't be too much of a worry here. See what we can do. Allen gonna look to throw short, and almost intercepted by Byron Murphy Jr. But luckily we'll be knocked away instead. But looking for Devin Duvernay, and just, yeah, not the greatest start once again. I mean, we started off kind of good, but then we just couldn't get much going. Oh, it looks like we're going to be faking this. Reggie Gilliam was going to throw it or do something. I don't know if I've ever seen that in a while. But the Vikings were not faked out at all by that. Lewis Seam broke off his tackler or his blocker, and yeah, that was not necessarily the smartest move in the world. But here comes the Pasternaut himself, Joshua Dobbs. Played for the Vikings last season after Kirk Cousins went out with an injury. Now Kirk Cousins is gone. He is currently in New England, which means we have to face him twice a year. But real life he's in Atlanta. But now we get to face the Pasternaut here, and so far here in Minnesota. So fake handoff. Dobbs gonna throw, and gonna have looking for Hawkinson, and Hawkinson's gonna be knocked out or interfered with by Rasul Douglas, and one of the corner as well, knocked away the pass. Vikings still have Justin Jefferson as well. Pasternaut gonna look to throw, rolls out, and he's gonna lose the football, but luckily he's gonna land on his own fumble, and looks like Jeremiah Trotter was right there. Obviously, him now being in the depth chart means that he's gonna get a lot more reps, hopefully at least. So, and here goes Dobbs again to throw, and that's to Hawkinson. And he will have a decent game, but he's not going to quite get a first down, so they'll bring up 4th down. And now we come out here once again on offense for our second drive of the game. About halfway through the first. Allen going to throw out to Naheem, or to Hines, I should have just said it that way. And gets a little bit of a gain. I mean, actually, well, he loses 3 yards, so that's not really a gain much, is it? Stopped by Byron Murphy there, breaking it up in the backfield. So Allen gonna hand off to Cook, James Cook. He's got space. He gets the first, so recovers all those 13 yards that they lost. And Cameron Bynum there on the tackle for Minnesota, but not before we get another first down here. Hopefully we can be a little bit more offensively productive. Allen gonna play a fake or handoff fake and just overthrows. Is that Diggs? I can't tell if that was Diggs or he just, I don't know who he's throwing it to, but it doesn't seem like Allen to miss passes like that. Again, like I said, it could be the sliders too. Allen going to throw this time to Kincaid, who has a huge gain all the way to about the 46 on inside of Minnesota territory. So a huge game by the first round pick out of Utah from last year, and became a very important part of our team after, you know, we're part of the team last season after Dawson Knox was injured for a while. But now with Knox back, we got Knox as the second string, and gonna give Kincaid a little bit more reps here. Allen throws inside slant to Andy Isabella. I'm not sure. It's kind of a, or actually not even Andy, not even Andy Isabella. It's Jermaine Burton. That's right. I forgot we moved him above Deontay Hardy, so I wanted him to get more reps. Obviously our first round pick, or our not first round pick, but our pick out of Alabama. Throws in the middle, caught by Kincaid again, so for another first. Making good progress here so far in this drive, at least. Looks like we're coming out in a wide, empty formation here. He's in the backfield, and that's going to be picked off at about the 32. Threw it right in the hands of, is that Bobby Wagner? Yeah, it is Bobby Wagner. That's just right as I said it too. I was like, well, maybe I shouldn't have said that, and I kind of jinxed Allen, unfortunately. So another turnover by Allen this preseason. Hopefully this doesn't translate over into the regular season. We'll have to take a look at that. Now, again, I'll probably look at the sliders as well, but Here goes the Pasternaut again, out short to the running back, and gonna get no gain there. Actually, wasn't even running back; it was KJ Osborne. I don't even know who the Vikings running back is at this point because they don't have Madison, they don't have Dalvin. So, see who it is here. A nice handoff to the running back, whoever this is. It's Devin Singletary. Look at that. Those who know, Devin Singletary was the Bills running back for a couple seasons and has moved his way around the league. He was at Houston last season. Now he's at Minnesota. In real life, I think he went to New York to the Giants. But here goes a nice interception by Jordan Poyer. After Dobbs was looking for Hawkinson and just like threw it a little bit in front, and Poyer was right on there for the first time all preseason. And great to have him back here in this lineup, and he gets another turnover. So at least we have a shared of we have a 1-for-1 turnovers now. I feel like in the last couple of games we haven't really shared turnovers with the other team, so it's good to know that they're struggling just as much as we are. As Cook gets the ball here and only gets about 5 yards before he's taken down at the 35. So 2nd and 5 here. Allen going to hand off to Cook out wide. He's going to have a nice stiff arm, but then he's going to be taken down by Andrew Van Ginkel, and that's surprisingly, that's interesting. Andrew Van Ginkel actually did sign with Minnesota in real life, so that's actually accurate, surprisingly. It's the first accurate signing I've seen all day. Nice catch in the middle there, pass to Shakir for a nice first down for Buffalo, or for us. I keep saying it in third person, whatever, but we are playing as the Bills in this franchise. It's not like a league, like a whole league. I'm focusing on every team. This is just one team. It's mostly just the Bills. Allen looks to throw over the middle, wide open Shakir, but he overthrows him. That is unheard of for Allen. I don't think he's done that probably since his rookie season. That is unfortunate here. Allen going to try again. He's going to throw it upfield again, this time to Duvernay, and he will complete this one. But man, that was tough, because if Shakir was able to catch that, he probably had a nice touchdown there. But Bills are inside the red zone at least. Or we are inside the red zone at least. Kincaid, and doesn't hold on to it, so that'll be 4th down. Cameron Bynum again all over the field today so far, as the Vikings make another stop. But we will be going for it, looks like. This is apparently 4-down territory. Looks like Diggs is up high there on the left. Cook gonna wind his way through, and he's not gonna get there. Tackled on the inside. Stuffed on the inside, I should say, and unfortunately unable to get the first down. I'm trying to figure out who he's tackled by. And it looks like he was tackled by, I couldn't see the name. But the Vikings will take over after we fail to complete a 4th down conversion after a very critical missed catch from Shakir from Allen. So, 1st and 10 here for the Pasternaut. Going to hand off to Devin Singletary, and he's going to get a couple yards on the carry. 40 seconds left in this first quarter. Well, now down to under 30 seconds now. See what Josh Dobbs can do here. What he chooses to do. Going to get brushed, and he's going to be sacked. And that is the Miami man himself again, Greg Rousseau, taking him down in the backfield. Huge loss on the play, and that's going to be end of the first as well. So all zeros here on the scoreboard, as we are pretty even through so far at least. And the starters will, I think, be getting more playing time. I think the backups will come in only in the last quarter of the game now, with it being the final preseason game. So we'll get to see more action from our starters here, a little bit more like the regular season action. Dobbs gets it out, looking for Singletary, and unfortunately he's just going to overthrow him a little bit. And that'll bring up another 4th down for Minnesota. All right, now for this next drive here, it looks like 1st and 10. Fake handoff, Allen throws complete to Shakir. I thought he overthrew him, or it was going to be another interception, but Shakir able to make the grab just past Cameron Curl and all the defenders in the Minnesota backfield, or Minnesota secondary. Allen making some very questionable throws today. Kincaid got open. I saw it. He's going to run past Andrew Van Ginkel, who's going to knock it out of bounds, or knock it out. but not not before Kincaid's able to make the catch and make it upfield. And Allen gonna throw it again. Oh, almost intercepted. Potentially could have been by number 5. Not sure who it is. Oh, Mekhi Blackman. Looking for Diggs on that play. Allen gonna look to throw again. Dropping to throw. Gonna run it up himself. And he's gonna go down. I was gonna say don't lose the football. He's not really known to doing that, but sometimes happens with scrambling quarterbacks. So now Allen gonna throw it up here in the middle of the field. Wide open. Touchdown. Dalton Kincaid. Our first touchdown of the game here in week 3. Final week of the preseason goes to Dalton Kincaid. And now we have put ourselves finally on the board. Finally getting a touchdown, offensive touchdown. It feels like, well, since the first game, but feels like in a while, because last week we just couldn't get anything going on offense, and now our last game we couldn't get anything going on offense, and now we're already up 7-0, pending an extra point here, and we obviously do get it. So we are now leading the Vikings here at the start of the second. So Josh Dobbs and the Vikings will come out here on their next drive after Josh threw that interception earlier. Gonna be pressure, throws across his body, finds Singletary before he gets up to the 36, or stopped at the 36. So 7 yards on the gain. And he's gonna go, it looks like under center formation. Or under center, I should say. Albert Jefferson's been very quiet so far today. He's gonna throw it. There's to Hawkinson. Right at midfield at the 50 before he's taken down. So, and I know Hawkinson has been a very good pass catcher for this Vikings team since he was traded here I forget if it was last year or 2 seasons ago. I think it was 2 seasons ago, in the middle of the season from Detroit. So here goes Dobbs again to roll out. Loves the rollout, looks like. Gonna roll outside and he's gonna be taken down. Not going to get quite to the line of scrimmage. Going to be counted as a sack for Matt Milano. A little bit of respect shown there between the two players. A nice feature I like from this game brought to light. Dobbs looking, has time, gets it out to Hawkinson. Hawkinson going to be taken down at the 43 then, so they get a gain of 7. The Vikings going to hand off to Singletary, who's going to have a nice gain, enough for a first, and a little bit more. So the Vikings will move the chains indeed. Gonna fake handoff. Dobbs running around. And he's going to just throw it across his body. Not sure what he did there, trying to look for, I think, Johnny Munt. I'm not sure what that was. One of the most bizarre plays I've ever seen yet through watching simulation here. Dobbs throws upfield again to Johnny Munt, I believe. But out of bounds, unfortunately, for them. Matt Milano on the coverage. 3rd and 10 here for Minnesota then. At their own, on the Bills 38. Dobbs again throws short again to, looks like Hawkinson, but it's going to be knocked away. And not even Hawkinson, I believe it's Johnny Munt again. And it's going to bring a 4th down. So Minnesota will go for a field goal. Pretty decent sized field goal here. This is Greg Joseph still. I'm not sure if it is. Kick will be up. And it will be good. So the Vikings will add on to or will actually score some points here. And I don't believe it's not Greg Joseph anymore. I believe they let him go. So completely new kicker for Minnesota here. All right, now we are out here for our next drive. Allen looking to throw again, gets rushed in his face, but then still gets the ball out and gets about a yard. So thankfully not all for nothing. Now he's gonna be under center here. Hand off wide to Cook. Cook gonna be chased down, and he's only gonna get about 2. Ivan Pace there on the tackle. And 34 also taking down Cameron Bynum as well in the area. Allen going to look to throw, throws to Diggs, but Diggs was not looking. And there'll be another 4th down stop for this Vikings defense. All right, and Josh Dobbs out here now with the Vikings. Our next drive, gonna look, throws, pass, complete to Singletary. And he has a huge gain all the way up to the 40-yard line. Not sure what the Bills secondary again was thinking there, but Jordan Poyer kind of burnt a little bit there as Dobbs Singletary coming up on the crossing route, and no linebackers really in the area or even in the secondary to cover for that. So another first down and 10 here. Fake handoff, and Dobbs will be taken down by Julian Okwara, who we have not seen, I don't think, at all in this preseason, but that's because he wasn't even in the depth chart prior to this game. And we signed him in free agency as well. Forget what team he was on last year, but pretty decent pass rusher from what I remember. Throw complete, this time to Jordan Addison. First time he's targeted him all game, I believe. Still not really much for action from Justin Jefferson, so he's obviously active. I can see him up on the top of the screen, but gonna throw upfield, and there is Jefferson. Speaking of the devil, speaking of the guy, he has his first catch of the game, I believe, and he has a nice first down as well. Nice 23-yard gain there. Yeah, Bills, the defense kind of unfortunately just got cooked a little bit there, as Jefferson able to find, you know, Christian Benford and whatnot. So that's the other thing too, is I kind of feel like if Tre'Davious White was playing, we'd have a lot more of a dominant game on defense, but I don't know, who knows here. But we do have the 2-minute warning here in this first half. 7-3 the score. We still lead. But the Vikings they're making some progress now. They're making some strides and getting into a rhythm a little bit here. Our defense just needs to stay consistent and see if they can do that. As Dobbs going to look to throw, getting chased, gets out, and just overthrows everybody. And it lands outside the end zone. And incomplete. Back to throw again. Dobbs to Jefferson, almost says his name wrong. And Poyer's right there in the area to tackle him. So 3rd and 4 coming up here for the Vikings. Dobbs gonna Singletary up there, and he has him for a touchdown. Almost called that play actually because I saw it coming, but another touchdown for the first touchdown for the Vikings, this time by Devin Singletary. So now the Vikings lead us 9-7. But yeah, as you can see, our defense just got cooked again, just unorganized and not really clicking so far. And by this part in this preseason, I'm kind of a little bit concerned. So I'll definitely look at some things. And like I said, once we get Tre'Davious White back, hopefully we'll be better about it. But yeah, it does have me concerned a little bit that we're allowing this many points. And again, also another thing too is it could be the sliders that I'm using. Supposedly they're more realistic, but I might have to find some different ones. I might choose to do different ones and see if I like them. I know there's one slider set from a different YouTuber that I want to try out, so I'll try that probably. Probably just do a test game with it before I record the next episode, which will be the start of the regular season. So yeah, we'll just we'll just do that probably. So Allen here coming out with just under a minute and 15 left to go. Get it set to Diggs, and Diggs breaks off a big one. He's going at the 20 to 10, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Bills. All I gotta say to that is wow. Yeah, we leave up an easy touchdown, and then Allen just finds Diggs. Diggs gets away from Mekhi Blackman, and just good block by Shakir, and we all of a sudden take the lead back just like that. Our highest offensive scoring game of the preseason. I feel our best offensive game so far of the preseason. So very quick turnaround, and very, very pleased. Pleased by me, or I'm very, very pleased with what I see. So. All right, now we'll get to see if the Vikings can bounce back after their answer back after that large touchdown to Stephon Diggs, and Hawkinson gets the catch, and they'll take their first time out here as they slowly try and move the chains with just 54 seconds left in this first half. Dobbs gonna throw, and he overthrows KJ Osborne. And it looks like that Isaiah Simmons was on or was covering him. I'm not sure exactly why, but I feel like he shouldn't need to cover him. But I guess there's that. I guess Dobbs throws in the middle to Jordan Addison, and he gets it to about the 39. And they're gonna go no huddle, obviously, to try and shake things up again here. 36 seconds. Dobbs gets pressured, gets taken down. And this time it's going to be by Ed Oliver. His first sack, I believe, of the preseason. And yeah, that might just sink the Vikings ship here. But they will have 5 seconds, so they'll have some time. Barely to get the ball off. Last play of the first half. Dobbs. And it's going to be another interception. Once again this time by Rasul Douglas. And that'll send us right into halftime on a very high note if you're a Bills fan here in Minneapolis. But yeah, easily our best offensive game by far. I'm not saying the Vikings defense is just that bad, but that huge play to Diggs that you see just there, that was helpful. Allen's been mostly on point, and we had some slow spots again, but overall we've been clicking a lot better on offense here in the third preseason game, and I'm very, very pleased with what I'm seeing here. I'm still probably going to adjust the sliders, but until then, a nice little return there by the by the return man there. But I'm still probably going to add the sliders, but so far so good here. So the Vikings coming out again here once more, obviously. First to start the second half. Singletary with the carry first. And going to be stopped by Ed Oliver and company up in the front 7 there. Or the front 4, I should say. Got Singletary in the backfield with Dobbs. Dobbs going to throw it short to Jefferson, and he's going to barely get it there. Jordan Poyer, I believe, was in the area, or was Rasul Douglas, one of the two. But does get the first down to move the chains. So Dobbs again to throw. And runs into a wall, and this time it's again into Greg Rousseau. And he's going to have another half sack to his resume here tonight. All right, Dobbs again. Looking, throws, and incomplete, knocked away by Matt Milano. So our defense again now is starting to click here, which is good because, it makes perfect sense that our defense starts to click. Dobbs throws, incomplete. Not sure who he was looking for. Probably Jordan Addison, but he was being covered very well by Taron Johnson. And obviously Dobbs also just ran away as well, so that was not necessarily the best play strategy, I'm sure. And here comes out Stephon Diggs in the offense. As you can see there, Diggs' stats from today, just 2 catches and 100 yards already. And 1 touchdown. Well, 2 catches, 100 yards, and a touchdown. They gotta be one of the most odd stats you've ever seen, probably. Neem Hines on the carry. And he's gonna almost get out for a bigger gain than a yard, but not quite. Just stopped a little short. Cook in the backfield, and a little bit of movement up front there. It looked like Van Ginkel, but I think the tackle there, I think it was Spencer Brown. Yeah, unfortunately going to move a little bit and caused Van Ginkel to jump, and then that caused him to throw the flag. So backs him up a little bit, but still very manageable. I mean, I guess somewhat manageable. Second down here. Kincaid with the catch. And he's going to almost fall forward for a first anyways. So 3rd and 1 here coming up then for this Bills offense that has been... I'm not going to say anything. Allen going to hand off, fake handoff to Cook. And he's just going to take it himself. He's running. Going to stiff arm a little bit. Finally taken down at the 41. And Allen just showing off his athleticism. And just overall just... large size and build as a quarterback. Just absolutely tough guy to take down. So definitely whenever he can show that off, he definitely probably will. I mean, the only thing he really was missing there was a hurdle, but I don't know if we'll see that or not. So Allen will drop the throw again. Throws complete to Kincaid, and as he has a huge gain up to the 38-yard line, and Kincaid almost reaching 100 yards on the day. So this offense again doing very, very well today, or very, very well in this game. Another throw inside, almost intercepted again by Byron Murphy. But fortunately will just be incomplete as Allen was trying to look for. I think that was Devin Duvernay again. Allen looking to throw short this time again. He does go for Devin Duvernay. And this time he actually does complete it. And Byron Murphy was not on it this time. So if he was, it probably would have been a pick, just like last time. Allen gonna motion, throws inside, complete to Tremaine Burton. And he's going to have another first down. And he's already had a couple catches, decent catches today as well. And I like that he's getting involved because I was really questioning the fact that we brought him in so late, or that we drafted him. We drafted the receiver later than we should have. But I think if Burton can get upgraded enough and developed under some of these older receivers, I think he'll fit in just fine. Another handoff, James, but he's going to be stuffed. And not going to be able to go anywhere. Newton able to tag him down. So just 4 minutes left here in the third. Going to fake handoff, roll out, play action, whatever you want to call it. And he's going to get it to Burton again. Or no, Dawson Knox, I mean. And Dawson's going to lose yards as well. DJ Wonham on the tackle. So 3rd and 13 coming up here. Allen throwing complete to Stephon Diggs inside the 5 at the 4. First and goal. First and goal for Buffalo. I don't know why I said that really weird, but excellent play there by Stephon Diggs, able to come inside, adjust to Allen's throw on the inside there. Those two have honestly had probably the best chemistry between a quarterback and a receiver just in the NFL in general, usually. So here goes handoff to Cook for a wide open touchdown, and the Bills will increase their lead and scoring the most points they have all preseason with 20. So as you can see, all right, so now Allen back out here, throws and is almost intercepted. Wide open interception, easy interception, should have been for DJ Wonham, but thankfully for us he dropped the ball. So but Allen here gonna drop back, looking, throws over the middle, that's caught by Kincaid, and we will have a first down despite being pushed back because obviously they count forward progress, and that will put Kincaid also over 100 yards for the day. So that is obviously a very good increase over, the last couple games in the last couple of preseason weeks. Maybe because we're having 3/4 of starters, I'm not sure. It's kind of hard to tell, but if this team can do this throughout the regular season, that would be awesome. As Cook tries to get there a couple yards, but is going to be stopped short by Bobby Wagner, and going to get up only a couple yards, like I said. So a minute left in the third quarter, and then we'll see the backups. And we'll get to see a new face at quarterback for us as I switched up the quarterbacks before the start of the game here. Another catch here, this time by Dawson Knox. I believe it was Dawson Knox. I couldn't tell if it was Dawson Knox or it was Jermaine Burton. It looks like it was Dawson Knox. So 80-89, very close numbers. So Allen going to look to throw again. Throws upfield and almost intercepted again by Blackman this time. So Allen, he's got to be a little bit more careful when it comes to throwing those, because Devin Duvernay has kind of been the culprit so far for his only interception and potentially close interception. So, but hopefully if we can get that fixed before a couple weeks, and when we play our opening game, which I am not sure exactly who it is yet. So we'll have to look at the schedule at the end of this episode. So, but here out comes the Vikings once more. Josh Dobbs and this team here, as the Pasternot's going to look to throw, or try to, going to just throw it away though, because he has nobody open. He's just struggled all game, despite his weapons that he has at his availability, including Jordan Addison, TJ Hawkinson, and Justin Jefferson. Just not really able to get through this Bills defense, unfortunately, and it's kind of unfortunate, but going to be chased around, gets hit as he throws, and it's going to be intercepted. And he stepped out of bounds, but Matt Milano will take that one away. And that'll be the third interception from Josh Dobbs in this game. And as you can see, he just threw it just trying to get to Singletary, but Milano again got in front of Singletary. Or actually, he kind of threw it behind him for some reason, but it would have been kind of sick if Milano was able to take that to the house. But Oh, well, I guess another turnover will do for us here. Allen going to look to throw, but he's going to be taken down. That's, ooh. Andrew Van Ginkel and others able to get there for their first sack of the game. Which comes at the end of the third. And here's the start of the fourth, and this game has just been all Buffalo. It hasn't really seemed like it at times, but we personally, we have just been dominating on both sides of the ball, and that's just, it's the truth, honestly. So here comes the backups here. Joe Milton now in, and running back here, I believe Kelly. Yep, Joshua Kelly in instead of James Cook. So, but he will not get any yardage. In fact, he'll probably lose yardage. Or I guess he won't gain any. I don't know how far Allen was sacked back. But Milton again, and Milton's going to be sacked. Jones is going to get him, take him down. And now we're going to be punting this ball away. So, not necessarily the greatest debut for Milton, but we will be kicking a field goal here for from Tyler Bass here. So, we'll see if that goes up. And it will. So, we now lead exactly by 2 scores. 14 points to 24 to 10. And it does look like for the Minnesota Vikings, stepping in for Josh Dobbs will be Bo Nix. And I don't think he's not technically wearing a number he can wear. I think he's wearing number 10. But he has a huge catch over the middle of the field to Johnny Munt. And Josh Oliver, excuse me. I kept calling him the wrong guy. But yeah, our defense just kind of let that one up. And already having a better day than Joe Milton. So... But yeah, I'll have to probably change that number for Bo Nix because I believe that number's retired. And there goes another catch to Josh Oliver. But yeah, I believe number 10 is retired in Minnesota, so I'll have to fix that, and I'll also probably go through and fix some of the fix some gear of guys if I need to, especially some of the guys that aren't on my team. So we'll do that as well. But here's a nice catch over the middle to number 9. I'm not sure who that is exactly. Jackson must be another. Can't tell if it's another rookie or another real life player. But 3rd and 6 here. Bo Nix looking to throws up in the middle, and that's going to be dropped. And that was, I believe, Johnny Munt. Actually, no, I don't think it were. Yeah, or no, that was Jalen Naylor. Excuse me. But they will be going for this. Obviously, them being down by 14, they kind of have to. 4th and 6 though, so here goes Bo Nix. Gets hit as he throws, and that'll be intercepted. Picked off by none other than DeMar Hamlin. And he's going to get all the way up to the 46-yard line. I think that's one of his first interceptions in his career. Comes in the preseason, week number 3. And yeah, so between the 2 quarterbacks, that's 4 interceptions now that we've gotten on our defense. And they have 4 interceptions they've thrown. He tried to find Jalen Naylor again, but just couldn't get it to him. And out comes Joe Milton again here on offense. Shane Bellucci played well for us the last 2 games. I just want to give Milton a little bit of a taste of what it's like here to play in the more pro level. Obviously, he won't be starting probably anytime soon, but at least as a solid backup, he's got a chance to do something here in preseason. So Milton gonna throw, and wide open completion up to Tremaine Burton. Or no, not Tremaine Burton, Dawson Knox, excuse me. I keep getting them confused. Yeah, huge gain there by Dawson Knox from Joe Milton, showing off the arm. Joe Milton, I think, has like 97 throw power, I think. So, should be able to throw absolute bombs, similar to Allen. So, I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what he can do here if he gives given the opportunity. Hand off to Joshua Kelly. And Kelly's going to get up to the 18. So we're inside the red zone now. So, yeah, we're moving down the field very, very nicely here late in this, midway through this 4th quarter. Hand off to Kelly again. This time he's going to lose both those yards that he just gained. So it'll bring up 3rd down. Ivan Pace Jr. on the tackle there. Let's see how we do next, though. Under center, going to hand off again to Kelly, and not sure why we're doing this, but he's only going to gain back those 2 yards. So Lewis Seen and Ivan Pace on the tackle there. But it'll probably bring another field goal, as you can see, Kelly just could not get anywhere. So field goal will probably come next, and then we'll go from there. Alrighty here, and now we have Bo Nix back out on the field for the Vikings. Down 17 here in late in the fourth. 5 minutes left to play. Gonna toss it out to his running back, Cam Akers, who somehow is not the starter, but he might earn the starting role after this week. We'll see. Jason Pierre-Paul on the tackle. But losing a yard there on that last play, so bringing up 2nd and 11 then. Bo Nix dropping back to throw, gets pressure in his face, and he does manage to get it out and complete it. But only gets about 7 yards on the play there. N'Keal Harry on the catch there. They still have him still, at least so far. Bo Nix again. Gonna roll forward, gonna run for it. And he's going to spin move. Oh, he's going to have take a huge hit. I believe that was from, oh yeah, Jaden Hicks, the rookie safety we drafted in one of the later rounds. But he did not lose the ball, surprisingly. But Bo Nix going to throw. He's going to launch it himself downfield and wide open. My goodness. Enough for a touchdown to Ty Chandler. Kaiir Elam absolutely just absolutely got burned on that play. That was a little bit embarrassing. Not gonna lie. No cap. Is that what the kids say now? I won't say it, but that was an impressive play. I will admit that. But looks like now they're gonna do an onside kick here to try and get the ball back. But we'll see here. It's gonna be recovered by us and taken in at about the 50. By Justin Shorter. But yeah, overall we've dominated this game, and would not be surprised if we close it out. I mean, hopefully we can close it out, but we're probably just gonna try and run the clock out now, I'm sure. But the Vikings obviously still willing to fight, so something we definitely have to keep in mind is that they are definitely willing to stay in this and fight. And yeah, so gotta keep our eyes open here. As we try and finish off this game. Joe Milton going to throw again, though. Going to roll out, getting chased, and he does get it away. Almost completes it. But unfortunately, a little bit unable to get the catch there. Unable to make the catch there. Dropping to throw again, throwing it in the slants inside to Devin Duvernay, I believe. So bringing up, or no, Deontay Hardy, excuse me. So 3rd and 6 now. So 3:04 left to play. Handoff to Kelly, and he's unable to get much of anything. Justin Houston and DJ Wonham in there. And our backup offensive lineman just unable to block properly. And yeah, not really much of a running game, sadly. So hopefully we can, like I said, hopefully we can keep this game going. Or this up here. So I don't know, we'll just have to see. So Bo Nix here, dropping to throw again. Gonna throw. Oh, almost tried to get it to. I believe that was. Yeah, Jackson again, but Jaden Hicks was right there. 2nd and 10 from the 20. Nix again throws it inside the Jackson. He does get it, and there's gonna be a flag down as he tackled, and I think Jaden Hicks was a little too aggressive with that. And yep, gonna get called for a face mask penalty. You gotta be better, Bob. It's a rookie mistake. I'm gonna cut you a little bit of slack, but especially with you being in the pros now, you know you can't do that. So now we have 2:12 left in the fourth here. Bo Nix again throwing complete this time to Jalen Naylor, and that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning in a game that we've basically controlled throughout the entire game. We'll just have to see how well we can hold our lead here. As we try and defend off Bo Nix here. Gonna throw middle of the field. And that's caught by Jackson again. So we gotta stiffen up the secondary a little bit. All through timeouts still, but another rush here. Jackson, and it's another interception by Jackson, and that should just about do it here. Kaiir Elam with the interception, and we will probably now be closing out this preseason with 5 interceptions on the defensive side, a few sacks, and overall just a very impressive performance on both sides of the ball for us. So obviously now the Vikings are going to start taking their timeouts, and then this game will probably be over. Assuming nothing crazy happens. There goes Kelly, gonna break off some tackles. If he can break off a big one and just score, that would be that'd be kind of hilarious actually. But we'll see. Vikings gonna take another timeout, gonna hand off. And that'll be our last timeout, and we will go into victory formation. We won't be able to necessarily all the way seal it out because still about a minute 20 left. But overall, like I said, a very dominant performance for our team on both sides of the ball. Very pleased with how we played, and I hope I can see this, or hope we can see this more of this in the games to come. So I'm still probably gonna look at testing different slider settings. But these ones, honestly, it seemed a little bit shaky at first, but I feel like now that I've seen this game, I feel like there's a little bit to like about them. But yeah, it looks like we'll be punting the ball away with just about a couple seconds left. So, but yeah, I'll look into the sliders between episodes, and then I will make hopefully make a final decision before we start the regular season, so that we were using the same consistent sliders the whole time, because they shouldn't necessarily update the game anymore as much, at least because of the whole league year almost being over. But we'll have to see as Bo next throws it again. And he does have a huge gain by Jackson, but it's unfortunately a little too late for that. And we will leave here with a win in the preseason. So we literally went 1-1-1. So what does that entail for us in the regular season? Honestly, who knows? Just gotta make sure that we got our defense clicking and our offense clicking as well, and making sure the guys know where they're supposed to be. And then I think the cuts we'll make our cuts now after this game, and yeah, we'll just go from there. So I'll see you guys in just a couple moments as I make sure I get some pictures and whatnot, whatever else I need to do from this game, and then I'll see you guys where we'll move on to the next week, and we'll cut our players, make our final roster hopefully. Before we start the regular season in the next episode. So I'll see you guys in just a few moments. Alrighty, so we are now in the final portion of the preseason, and it looks like we only have to cut 11 players to make our final roster for the start of the regular season, which it looks like we'll be taking on the Rams and in LA too. So I'll take a look at the schedule more in detail at the end of this video, but we're gonna just go here into our cut player section. And we're gonna just look at here. So it looks like obviously we want to cut. It says we want to cut our long snapper. I'm personally not gonna do that just because I feel like we'll keep him for now. If we honestly need to cut him because he's technically not needed on the team because we could just use our center, I'll just keep him anyways. Or I'll just cut him. But for the time being, we'll just keep him on the team. Greg Max, we have 3 center. I don't need necessarily 3 centers. Plus he's only a 58 overall, so I think I'll probably just get rid of him because he's only taking up space. I do usually like to have 3 centers on the team, but I think it's perfectly fine. In terms of right ends, I'm trying to think of who I guess I can go by position here. So quarterback wise, we'll keep all 3 quarterbacks for now. Running backs, we have 4 of them. It does say, so we have Nyheim Hines, Josh Kelly, James Cook. Josh Kelly didn't really do a whole lot that I thought he was going to, unfortunately. So we might as well just keep all these guys on this team, except for Josh Kelly. So we'll probably, it was kind of a waste of a waste of a pickup, but I like Fournette more. I like Nyheim Hines more. I think we'll just, unfortunately, I don't think, we'll come back to this, but it doesn't recommend we even cut him anyways. So we'll come back to that. Reggie Gilliam, obviously, we'll keep. Now, in terms of wide receivers, okay, this is where we get a little bit interesting here. So, let's see. Justin Shorter can go back to the practice squad. So, I'll probably do that just because he's still young and whatnot. So, we'll leave that because that leaves us how many wide receivers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 wide receivers. That's probably plenty, and that's probably good for us for right now. Tight end wise, okay, so we have a decent amount of tight ends. Trey McKitty, Zach Davison. I'm probably gonna just get rid of Zach Davison because, yeah, he's just extra. It'll kill up some cap space, and yeah, we'll just get rid of Zach Davison because we don't necessarily need him. I like to usually keep 3 tight ends unless we have our long snapper as well. In terms of our left tackle, we have 4 of them. Looks like Tommy Doyle, Brian Van Demark. We'll probably actually, you know what? We'll move Van Demark to. We'll move him to the practice squad for now. And then we will we'll look at our left guard. So I'm probably going to move somebody to left guard slash, I'll probably just put them at the position for now, just to be the backup left guard. Center wise, we should be fine. In terms of right guard, we looks like we have Osiris Torrance, who I want to develop a lot more. Alec Anderson's fine as well. Tackles, we should be fine. And then for left ends, Kingsley Jonathan, yeah, we should be good. Okay, here we go. Oh, Braden McGregor, kind of forgot about him. So yeah, we can easily just get rid of Eli Icknow because he's only a 58 and he's already really old as well. So we'll just get rid of that as well. So we have just 2 there. Defensive tackles, we have 4. Usually I like to keep 3 on the roster. So Andrew Brown will probably go. I want to keep the rookie on there as much as possible. Linebackers, we should be fine. For the left side, at least the 4 in the middle should be okay. Unless we can't fit 4 in the middle, then we won't. But right side should be fine with Matt Milano and those guys. Cornerbacks, this is another interesting topic. So Tre'Davious, I will keep the first 4 for sure. So Tre'Davious, Taron, Rasul, Christian Benford, Kyer Elam is fine. Then we just get some other guys. So Kyron Brown will probably be cut. Saran Neal, unfortunately, will probably be cut as well. We get a decent amount of cap space from that too, which is good. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 corners. I want to keep Storm Duck in there again as much as possible. In terms of safeties, I like the way Damar Hamlin was playing. Trey Norwood doesn't necessarily need to be on the team. We'll just get rid of him there. And then we have 2 more players to cut. Jaden Hicks has earned a spot, I think, for now. Tyler Bass, obviously, we'll keep him there. So the only guy I'm questionable about is now we have to start lowering it down to who we actually truly want on this team. So yeah, in terms of running backs, I'm probably gonna get rid of Josh Kelly just because I like Fournette being our big back in the backfield. So yeah, we're gonna unfortunately probably. Oh, actually, Nyheim Hines has a $5 million cap hit. We might have to get rid of him, unfortunately. He is fast. That's the only reason why I'm hesitant to do it. Plus, he's our good kick returner. But I think for now, we're probably gonna just part ways with Josh. Well, actually, let me look at the tackles. The tackles, I'm kind of confused. Well, actually, like I said, we could easily. I like to have 2 and 2. I like to make it even usually, so across the entire offensive line. So Harrison's gonna stay here. Tommy Doyle can easily just go to guard because he's big enough. So backup Connor McGovern. So, but yeah, in terms of halfbacks, because the thing is yeah. So Hines, the only thing about him is that he's he's a little shorter than Josh Kelly, but we could easily even trade Josh Kelly too. I didn't even think about that. Let's try and see what he's worth. Not saying he's going to be worth a whole lot because he probably won't be, and every team has basically made all their cuts already. So we're going to look at all these teams that need a running back, or at least a backup running back. So he's a 74, so we could send him to Denver, honestly. Let's see, Denver, do you want him for a let's do a 5th round pick. Josh Kelly to Denver for a 5th. Actually, how much? Because he said we get rid of. We do. Yeah, he is costing us $5 million. Will he have interest? No. Okay. So Denver. Yeah. You know what? Let's do. I don't want to do Nyheim Hines really, but we're probably going to for now. I can always trade for him back later. But yeah, we'll see if we can get at least a 5th round. Actually, we'll try a 4th round pick. I'm gonna try and get the most I can out of him. So 4th round pick for this in 2 years. No, this upcoming draft for Nyheim Hines. And there you go, accepted, perfect. All right, so Nyheim Hines is now gone from our team. 1 more player to cut, and it might have to be Reed Ferguson, honestly, just because he, can't really fit on the roster. But let me just look across all these guys here once again. So 3 D tackles, I usually like to do that. Okay, so the other one I guess we could look at is the middle linebackers. So we do have Isaiah Simmons, Jeremiah Trotter Jr., Terrell Bernard. I think Balin Spector, as much as I like him, we'll just put Balin Spector on the practice squad. Just for now. I don't know if he'll be taken by anybody necessarily, but we're just going to do that because I like to keep, at least 3 middle linebackers in our linebacking core. So now what we're going to do is we're going to quickly go to our fill up our practice squad because we can. So we are going to, we're going to go in here. So we're going to take Looks like we're going to take this corner. Just fill it up here. We are going to put probably Bo Melton probably will be on here as well. So yeah, we'll just quickly fill this up here with random people. Marquez Stevenson, funny enough, the Bills drafted him. Fun fact. I believe they drafted him at least. Darius Rush, that's not a bad corner actually. He's played pretty well. I have him in a different franchise I'm playing in, so having him would be nice. Let's see, Brian Amosua the second. I believe he's cut by Minnesota, so we're gonna just take him as well. Any undrafted rookies, well, that are actually rookies? Alton McCaskill looks like we'll take him. And then we gotta do let's see, Theo Jackson. He was on Minnesota. KJ Britt, I know who you are. You were on the Buccaneers at one point, so we'll take him as well. Any quarterbacks in here that are decent? Oh, actually, Malik Cunningham. We'll take Malik Cunningham just as another backup option in case we want to move Shane Belucci away and move to somebody else. I think that's basically about it here. Anybody really interesting in terms of, whoa, yeah, there is Tyler Harrell, 98 speed. We'll take him as well here. Tight end, anybody insane necessarily? Well, just any player insane really would be nice. Ooh, left guard with 90 strength. That's not terrible. Oh, but we don't have any more room anymore. Okay. So that's good. So we filled up our practice squad. We've made our final cuts. And I think we are ready for the next episode to move on to the first week. So the last thing I guess I'll do, actually what we're going to do here is we're going to advance the week into the first week of the regular season. So yeah, let's get right into this here. And we should be facing the LA Rams in our opening week. On the road too as well. So funny enough, you know how the season started for us a couple seasons ago, not this past year, but the year before, with the Bills, the Rams being the Super Bowl champions and opening up to the Bills. So that's kind of funny. But now I'm kind of curious to look at our schedule here. So we're going to take a look here briefly. So here is our regular season schedule. So we have the Rams in week 1. We actually have back-to-back away games, so that's a little annoying, and in the NFC West too, so we'll see how those go. I've already seen how the Cardinals look a little bit on offense, so that should be an interesting game. We have our first set of division games at home against the Jets and the Patriots in week 3 and 4, and then we have the Seahawks at home in week 5. So we host 3 home games after 2 away games. Our bye week's a little earlier this year in week 6. And then we have another home game right after that against the Baltimore Ravens, who should be potentially a tough opponent to face. And then in week 8 is our first game against the Dolphins in Miami. And then we'll have a game against the Colts. And then we'll have another game in Miami. So Dolphins games in not back-to-back weeks, obviously, because you can't do that, but in non-back-to-back weeks. Then we have the Texans on the road, host the Titans, host the Jaguars, host the 49ers, so that's going to be an interesting game potentially. And then we are at the Jets, and then we are at the Patriots, so close out our division in weeks 15 and 16. We unfortunately go to the Chiefs again for some reason, but in real life that's not going to be the case. The Bills are actually going to host the Chiefs in real life next season, so this game is kind of weird like that, but oh well. And then we end off the season against the Detroit Lions at home, so we actually have a home closer in week 18. So and in terms of primetime games, we have 1, 2, I believe there's 2 primetime games. So that's interesting. And we do not play on Thanksgiving this year. It looks like, at least. Oh, I guess I don't really know that necessarily. Actually, wait, hold on. Well, no, actually, it would say Thursday. Do we have any Thursday night games? We actually don't have any Thursday night games. That's actually kind of sad, but you know what? It's okay. We have 1 Monday night game, 1 Sunday night game, and then the rest of our Sundays at different times. So not too bad of a schedule. Hopefully we'll be able to, like I said, kind of fly under the radar a little bit and potentially come out on top near the end of the season. And then yeah, so that'll be cool. But that's gonna be it for this episode. I know it was a much longer one than the last like 3. But hopefully you guys did enjoy, and hope you will be are enjoying the series so far as we play as the Bills here. I know the Bills aren't a common team that are used in some of these franchises since they're basically already Super Bowl ready essentially, and have been for the last couple of years. But I just thought, might as well do something a little bit different. Hopefully something that's, a little bit more fresh for you guys to also give my perspective on it, because that's basically my goal when doing these YouTube videos and playing these games and whatnot, is to give my perspective and hopefully entertain you guys in the process. But yeah, with that being said, that is going to be all from me to in this one. And hopefully I will see you all in the next one when we start our season off against the LA Rams. So yeah, it should be a fun one. But for now, that is all that I'm going to say about for this video. So thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and see you in the next one. Peace.